Yeah, hi. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, this video will definitely be like 2 weeks old for this topic, but I think better late than never, as they say. Um, so let's focus on this topic. I'm definitely want to try to record this video before Raw happens tonight or wherever. I'm recording this legit midnight, or it's already more early morning. I'm still recovering from my nose, but I mean my nose is better. I still have like my rib is kind of weak still, so it was a big nose surgery, so like definitely. But I think I'm doing better. So the Bella Twins. So if you guys don't remember, Raw 30 was, I will even say, like, definitely Raw 30 was already the best Raw so far this past year. And even though it was like, an anniversary show and they had to rely on some of the part timers, the old wrestlers and shit like that to make that show good. Well, it wasn't great. Definitely there was problems with the timing. But you know what? I would rather the show, like, and definitely the way they ended the show was definitely not great in terms like how the show was like lacking, like in a way it was like running out of time. Like, I don't know how they can't pace their show properly, but definitely this is a big thing to talk about because unfortunately, because they're running out of time or whatever. Even though, let's be honest here, who fucking cares that they didn't showcase the women that much? Because I'm sorry, like it or not, no one really cares much about women's goddamn wrestling. Apparently, they're not like a lot of women didn't want to be at Raw 30 beside Alundra Blaze. The Bella Twins. So let's talk about, it's just about the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins were originally advertised for Raw 30, yet they were not there. Apparently, they were asked, like, they were told they're not going to do much in the show. I mean, if they were not going to do much in the show, I mean, if that's the case, then why y'all mad? And especially, like, looking back, like, what happened, like, did you guys not remember what happened at Raw 25? Y'all didn't do much either, and you guys now complain. So, the main thing is, they're complaining that Raw 30 did not showcase much of the women. And they're angry about that. And this also goes back to the fucking Sparky fans, that they're angry that the fucking Becky Lynch and Bayley match did not happen at Raw 30th. One of the reasons why the match did not happen on Raw 30th was because due to time issues. The Bloodline segment apparently ran long than it needed to, ran longer than originally planned. But you know, who fucking cares? You wanna know why? Because guess what? That Bloodline segment back on Raw 30th was one of the best Raw segments in recent memories and one of the best segments of that night. Who fucking cares they went that long? If anything, it was perfect. That segment was fucking surprisingly good. Okay? It was freaking great. It didn't make much sense, like, why would Roman be angry at Sami? They need a trial, but I guess they're trying to make up an excuse because they thought, like, he's still friends with Owens, so I guess whatever. But not just that, it freaking was genius how they freaking, I mean, obviously they hate, like, why do they hate Sami and whatever, like, whatever. But anyways, the fucking way they did the segment was beautiful. It helped brought up the front. It helped develop the friendship. It helped develop the character development for Jey Uso. It helped Sami Zayn, us caring about him more. Helped the Blood, us care about this story even more. This is why, like, this would have been great. And again, going back to, like, the Royal Rumble, this is why shit like this, if only Sami Zayn won the Rumble, this is already could have helped the story for the Bloodline versus fucking Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Okay? But the Bella Twins were angry about Raw 30th, even though part of the... If you wonder why the women were in Showcase much, let's be fucking honest here. You decide not to be there, okay? And y'all have the nerve to get angry at WWE. So apparently they complained that there was a lack of Showcase, and also, like, there was a lot of fans that complained, which I will talk about that definitely. Fans were complaining that, I mean, I'm thinking about doing another video about this because, like, it just... I feel like, but this is more about the Bella Twins. So, Bella Twins, and really the Smarks, they're so angry that these Smarky wrestling fans that simp for women's wrestling, like, they pretend to care about women's goddamn wrestling, yet fucking, they secretly jerking off to women, like, because they're fucking, what do you think? These are Smarky wrestling fans. They're fucking Pete virgins that fucking want to get laid and shit. Okay, at least don't get me wrong. I love women too. You know, obviously, but I'm not gonna be a simp like act like fucking to pretend to care about women's goddamn wrestling. I'm not saying that women's wrestling should not happen. Obviously, to not act like it's a fucking main thing. I'm sorry, women's wrestling has always been like the WNBA. Stop pretending it's big time, and who fucking cares? They cut short the fucking Becky Lynch and fucking Bayley match. And I hope y'all happy now. That match is happening anyways, regardless. I even said this in my past Raw reviews, and people are not listening. This match is gonna happen regardless. You think they're gonna fucking not do the match? Sure, like apparently people are pretending. I watched Raw 30 for the women's match. How dare they not do it? I didn't watch for Roman. You're lying. You're fucking lying. You did not watch this show for this. First of all, okay, no one cares about women's goddamn wrestling. Okay, you have to understand. Since whenever the women main event the show, open the show, or even are highlighted, the ratings go down. Do you not notice that? No one cares about women's wrestling besides Mars. And I'm sorry, no one really cares about women's goddamn wrestling, especially when they're unattractive. Who the fuck wants to see fucking Jay Leno in drag, aka Bayley, versus fucking Becky Lynch, who tries to act like she's a man? Like, what are you, a tranny bitch? In a steel cage match. Okay? And I hope y'all happy now. They're doing the match anyways. All the fucking planes are for nothing. You really think that they're not going to do a fucking match in the future? I mean, in all honesty, I wouldn't care if they do the match. Obviously, hope the match does not main event or open or do whatever. It's okay as a mid-card match or whatever. But, like, seriously, act like the match is fucking, like, first of all, stop pretending that you watch Raw for that. When in reality, you probably watch Raw because you fucking heard Undertaker was going to be on the show. You heard of fucking, all these legends. You heard of that, okay? You heard the blood. Let's be honest here. No one fucking... You're going to say you didn't give a shit about what's going to happen with Reigns and the fucking Sami Zayn's trial segment? Don't fucking lie. Don't fucking lie. Stop the cap, right? Come on here. Stop pretending, because again, you probably are just simping to act like you care about these women when they don't give a shit about you. They don't care. None of these fucking women wrestlers don't give a shit about you. You won't get laid. You won't get laid. Y'all motherfuckers. Y'all won't get laid by these women. Y'all won't. Look at y'all. Y'all most likely are fat, neck-bearded, mongoloid smarks that are trying to fucking be simping for these bitches when they ain't gonna fucking get you any pussy. They ain't gonna give you pussy, bro. They ain't gonna give you any pussy. Stop with this shit. Stop it. Stop fucking acting like... Again, I love women. I love fucking women in theory and shit like that. But at least, at least kiss chicks and shit like that. But for real, like, come on, stop acting like you care about these women. Because they don't fucking give a shit about you. Stop... I mean... Listen, unless you're a genuine fan, like sure, I love women, I love women's wrestling. I love real women's wrestling. I love real women wrestling back in the Attitude Era and shit like that. That was real women's wrestling, and that's when ratings were high. That's when fucking people actually gave a shit. Bitches like Sable and shit. Stop pretending you fucking don't. Oh, I care about women's athleticism. How do they demean women? Fuck you. That's when ratings were actually high and people gave a fuck. You think people wouldn't give a shit about Trish? Talking about like highlighting women, why aren't people complaining about they didn't highlight Trish Stratus and Lita? And guess what? You know what? Let's be honest here. Trish and Lita, who've done more for women's wrestling than the Bellas, or even the bitches that the Bellas mentioned, they weren't there. So how would they showcase them? If anything, again, the fucking steel cage match, the steel cage segment, what they did with Bayley and Becky was, if anything, it was enough to help build to a future match. You understand? It helped build to their stupid feud and to their future match that's going to happen now. That's officially going to happen on a Raw. And they're definitely going to, unless they're funny, they cancel, which I thought would be fucking funny. I hope that kind of happens in a little funniness. But you know damn well they're going to do it because all these fucking smarks are complaining. And they went, again, it went that bad that these fucking smarks had to do again this whole give divas a chance bullshit where they start, WWE women deserve better. Again, who the fuck cares? The women are no different than the WNBA. They're just as bad as the WNBA. No one gives a shit about the WNBA. No one cares about modern women's wrestling. No one cares about these disgusting She-Hulks. People want to see bitches like fucking Alexa Bliss, Mandy Rose, Toxic Attraction, all these hot chicks that are hot to do hot shit. And sure, when they wrestle, to see their bodies. You think people gave a fuck about women's wrestling when they see attractive bitches like Trish and Lita were fighting and also kissing at the same time? Come on. Even Stephanie McMahon when she wrestled. when she was hot and shit like that. Come on. Trish Stratus and fucking Stephanie McMahon was one of the best women matches I ever seen. Actually, I'll be honest with you. Want to know one of my favorite women's wrestling matches? There you go. And No Way Out 2001. Stop pretending. Again, the reason why they didn't showcase them is because I'm sorry, like it or not, women's wrestling has not been showcased too much for the past 30 years. It's only been for the past like 5-10 years. And I'm sorry, it didn't generate any fucking ratings and buzz. If anything, it killed the ratings. Some women's wrestling killed the ratings. That when you fucking do this forced cuckery diva shit, you wonder why ratings don't draw. Stop pretending. And again, like, but seriously. For people, people complain about fucking the Becky and you understand that what? Would you rather have a rushed steel cage match, or would you rather at least would you really rather see a rushed cage match, or at least maybe they save it for the future and they fucking build to that match where they do a segment where they fucking injure Becky in the cage? What would you rather have? Now they're officially gonna do that cage match, so I hope y'all smarts are happy. Like seriously, why y'all complaining? But yeah, one of the things that the Bella twins were complaining about, they were complaining about that shit, but like seriously, who fucking cares? So, they mentioned, they go on fucking, Instagrams or whatever, I don't know, and they mentioned this shit. Let's talk about it. So, the Bella twins say that they didn't have anything for them, and then they mentioned how, like, oh, why wasn't there a showcase match of the women? Why, is it because of fucking Saraya or Mercedes? Like they say it like that. Like so like who fucking cares? Again, I'm sorry, like or not, they didn't do much as Trish and Lita. Stop pretending. Okay, so who gives a shit about Sasha Banks? Stop with this shit. And then we've been in women's main events and shit like that. Like, who fucking cares? I'm sorry, guess what? That generated low ratings for fucking Raw. Okay? No wonder nobody fucking watches Raw as much as they used to because of shit like that. I'm sorry. What else they said? Yeah, a couple. Yeah, they what we can because Mercedes is too over. They say it's because they mentioned Sasha Banks. Like, who fucking cares? You really think if WWE mentions Sasha Banks, it won't be like no one fucking cares. It won't be a big deal. It's just like, oh, she name dropped Sasha Banks. Whoop de doo. It's not gonna be like some big fucking deal. The reason why they probably, I don't know, like, who cares? You understand they were crunching on time for, even though like that was definitely negative overall, they were still worrying about time. And again, they showcased fucking Charlotte and fucking Bianca and whatever. I mean, you could say that was, again, if anything, they still managed. Like, they could have just done the women's fucking steel cage match shit, right? But they still managed, if anything, a combined 30, or like, if you think about it, really a combined 30 minutes, or even fucking close to even an hour. If you really think about it with the women, they still combined like about 30 minutes to an hour of the women on Raw. If you count fucking the Becky segment with fucking Bayley and the Damage Control people, Alexa Bliss after the Raw match with fucking Sonya Deville and fucking Bianca and Charlotte. Those 4 things. They still showcase, and if anything, it counts like almost like an hour. And y'all gonna really complain? Like, I don't fucking know. I don't know. Becky Lynch, not Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella goes to say, and people have their own memories, right? That's why it's so important to have women represent, because, I don't know, something, no shit, okay, no. I should have started with this. I also love the fans for sticking up for the women. There are so many crybabies. Oh, they're just whine. Let me tell you why people get upset. They're speaking on behalf of the majority of women. Oh, they're always make it about them. No. Just because we speak up does not make it about ourselves. It's about the women from the very beginning to the ones that are there. I understand why so many people are upset, especially our fans, when it comes to accept their simps and shit like that. When it comes to Raw 30th, or Raw XXS, I remember when I first started watching Raw. As you know, some of you may give me shit that I wasn't a fan the day I was born.
But I remember when I started watching Raw and I got into wrestling, I accepted matches like Beth Phoenix, Candice LeChelle, and Melina, and Mickey James. And that, for me, was my era of wrestling when I became a friend, and that was Raw for me. And again, how would they have those women? Apparently, Melina would not be able to be on Raw because she's under contract with other shows. Same thing with Mickey James, which she's involved with Impact, unless they do some forbidden door shit. I don't know what they're doing with Candice Michelle. I mean, they could have Candice Michelle, but that's these Smarks. You have to understand that these Smarks would complain about the women that you mentioned. So how they're on your side? Because let's be honest, at the same time, these Smarks would complain about why they're showcasing these women from the back of the day. But they're fucking Smarks. Like, I would love to see those women rather than modern day women, but you know. And people have their own memories, right? That's why it's so important to have women represented, because there's so many of the fans that their eras, like China, Arlita, Trish, Melina, Mickey, Michelle, Michelle McCool, Beth, Candice. The list goes on for incredible women in that era. That era with AJ, Paige, Brie, and and then so on. And then she continued. So I love what you're doing with that hashtag. And I think that you're going to see a lot of narratives play because people have that protect themselves. That you get a lot of women blamed and have people call them crybabies and like that. It's like, no, we put as much effort and work. All those women do it, all from every era, and no one cares. Okay, we worked hard. You act like you don't work hard as much as like fucking. That's like saying you guys don't work as hard as like all these other jobbers in wrestling. You understand that all these jobbers probably worked as hard much as you people, and they never made it to be big time. What makes you guys special? Because you're women. Okay, let's be honest. I'm sorry. Just because y'all are women does not mean that you should like. I'm sorry, but like when you're not making the money, and you're not making. First of all, you were not there. You could maybe have highlighted those women if you were there. You would represent those women that you guys talk about if you chose to be there. But y'all did not decide to be there. What do you think was gonna happen? And again, who fucking cares that didn't showcase? Because again, those women were not there or they didn't want to be there. What do you want to do? At least they showcased the London Blaze in some sort. At least she was there. You saw her and shit like that. And you saw the other chicks they had on Raw and shit like that. But you guys didn't choose to be there. And you're gonna complain that there was no showcase of like memories of fucking these great. Even though they showed a video package. I believe they showed a video package of the moments of Raw with these women. They showed fucking Charlotte, I don't know, doing a flip or whatever and shit like that. And y'all gonna and you're gonna act like that? No, these. I love what they're doing. That hashtag. Guess what? No one cares about women's goddamn wrestling. It's just a fucking little temporary thing that these Smarks gonna pretend to care because you guys complained, and not just that. These people are just simping. They're acting like care about women's wrestling. When they really don't. They're anything. They're just fucking going on Instagram, looking on your photos and shit like that. Same thing with, or they're googling fucking Nikki Bella or something. They're googling even fucking Charlotte Flair training click dick or something. You know damn well they're probably doing that because a lot of these fucking faggots are kind of gay. Or they're fucking almost, I don't know, they bisexuals or shit. Everybody knows I'm bisexual. They're probably being like that. They'll be saying that. Like, everybody knows I'm bisexual. See, I'm not, Nikki, I got my, I'm a feminist shirt, my feminist tag. I'm a feminist. I get treated unfairly. You like me, Nikki? Yeah, women, yeah. Alright, fuck off. Seriously, no one cares. No one cares, okay? If you, I just think this is just stupid shit. No one cares about women's goddamn wrestling. No one cares about fucking goddamn. Who cares that the fucking women got cut off? No one cares that fucking about this stupid hashtag. This hashtag is stupid. That's not to say people. And fuck you, Smarks, for pretending care. Because again, y'all the reason why why wrestling's ratings is dead and no one cares about women's wrestling. I mean, no one cares about fucking Raw nowadays. Because it's forced cuckery. I'm sorry, it's just like WNBA. Come on. You're saying that WNBA women don't work hard? They work as hard. If anything, they work because they're fucking legit playing the sport. They're legit athletes. But unfortunately, the problem is, again, no one cares because let's be honest here, they're not as entertaining as the men. And I'm sorry, and plus, let's be honest here, have you not seen how they
fucking suck. Same shit to women, and it's funny. I'm sorry, like, you know, how dare you complain about botches to women and their portrayal? Who cares? I'm sorry, dude. What's good about the women? Showcase their hotness. Showcase their hotness. Showcase what they're good at doing. Don't have them always try to be, if the men can do it, women can do it too. No. Stick with your limitations and go successfully well with that. Okay? You don't need to fucking try to be the men doing all these fucking stupid matches like the elimination chambers and shit like that. And y'all don't need to do that. Stop pretending you want to bleed. I don't want to see women bleed. We want to see women get fucking hot and steamy each other and kiss and fuck and wrestle each other with their bodies. And that's when people really care about women's wrestling, with their fucking bodies and cat fights and shit. I'm not saying that women can't have a bad match, but if you, like, for one of the good examples, like I said before, Trish Stratus versus Stephanie McMahon. It was a combination of great hotness and fucking legit fucking athleticism. Fucking, wow, they actually hated each other and fuck yeah, this is fucking fight. This is a good match. I care about this match. Same thing with Trish and Lita and shit like that. You can't go wrong with a nice, beautiful evening gown match. You can't go wrong with a bra and panties match. You can't go wrong with a pool match from Armageddon 1999. You know what I mean? It would be nice for a change. You want to do something? Why not have women do bra and panties? I guarantee you, if you do that, and they especially did that Raw 3XXX to help with the name, and especially was like going back to the Attitude Era logo, I guarantee you that segment would have higher ratings, and guarantee you'd be on the show no matter what, and you will have more showcase. But nope, that didn't happen because I don't know. But you wonder why people don't care, because you want to act like women's wrestling matters and people care, and it's not a bathroom break. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. It's still kind of a bathroom break. Sorry, it's the truth. And y'all can get angry for it, but I'm sorry, you can't handle the truth. It's not trying to be sexist, it's just the truth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Then I would understand, like, you know, okay, it's just me. I don't personally care about women's wrestling, you know, but hey, okay, I get why they're main eventing. But no, you have to understand, the ratings go down when they do that. And no one cares. Hate to break to you again. Who cares that fucking they cut the fucking steel cage match off again? That segment with the Bloodline was great. Who fucking cares? Fuck you, Smarks, for complaining about the Bloodline segment overrunning, because that was a great segment. And what they did with the Bloodline that first hour was great. It helped the show more than whatever the fuck you guys complain about. Everything about the show, that show was better than anything. Like, if you showcase the women, whatever. Fuck the Bella Twins for what they have to say. This fucking toxic feminist bullshit. Like, bitch, you fucking married a fucking faggot, okay? Let's be honest here. You know, I feel bad for that child. Now he's gonna fucking have a faggy father. Holy shit. Oh, man, you go from John Cena to... Oy vey. I don't know. You know, John, maybe he dodged a bullet there. And she cut her hair, you know? I mean, you don't want to mess with women with fucking having the short hairs, bro. And also fuck this hashtag W women deserve better. I'm sorry. Like, again, why do they deserve better? I can't believe I forgot about this. They gave the women so many shit. Like, just because the women were not showcased as much as, like, usual, sometimes usual, who fucking cares? The women have got everything. You guys they're still complaining that's not enough. Women's main events. Fucking women's opening segments. Bunch of women more than ever segments than usual on Raws occasionally. Fucking women main eventing WrestleMania. Shit like that. It's not enough still. It's still not enough. And that's how, unfortunately, the fucking mentality with all these feminists. It's never enough. It's never enough for these women. It's never enough. Even though it doesn't make them money. It's never enough, apparently. And you wonder why WWE loses money, why people don't care, and you get when you have shitty ratings and shit like that. Because they are losing money in terms of that. You lose money and with the ratings by having this shit happen. But it's gotta be fucking, you know, appeal to feminists and shit like that. You know, we care about the women. Women matter. Wow. I'm not saying women don't matter. I love women. Again, I love women. I love fucking women. You know, but seriously, you have to understand it doesn't draw. It's not making the money. You're wasting time. And it's still bathroom break. Whenever I go to Raw, when I went to my past 2 Raws recently, my first 2 Raws, and recently when this fucking women's shit supposedly matters, Fucking all the men, and even the women too, fucking legit got up and went to the bathroom. I'm not lying. Even the women don't care. Like, even women fans themselves, though. I'm sorry, they don't. I just want to say, people, just keep it real. Get your gains, your colas, magnesis, spy, miss bitches, go, oh shit, you know? Maybe if you drink this, you'll get some enlightenment, you know what I mean? Till next time, peace, yeah, bye.